So I moved into the house about 18 months ago, and the first winter I spent here, I noticed that the house actually got very cold because it's a solid wall house built in the 1930s. I had a particular problem upstairs in one of the smaller rooms because it's a small room and on the corner of the house with two external walls meeting. Those walls got very cold, and what I found was the hot air from inside the room was hitting the walls and condensing, and I got a damp build up then on the inside of the walls in that room, which needed to be solved quite urgently. So I looked at various potential contractors that could provide external wall insulation, but what I particularly liked about Pioneer, well, there were a number of things I really liked about Pioneer. The first one was we dealt with Andre, the owner of the business, directly. The second thing I liked was he was very enthusiastic about what he did. And thirdly, I think the one thing he realised that not necessarily any other company did was that actually it's as much about the aesthetic appearance of the house as it is about the insulation. I found with the other companies, I was just a bit worried that although my house might be properly insulated after the job was done, I was very worried about how it would look. And when I looked at the other properties that Andre had done, they all looked absolutely fabulous, and I felt I was in very safe hands, and that the work would add value to my property and not diminish it. The work took about a week to 10 days to complete. I didn't even have to be here, so I actually went away for those 10 days and came back and it had all been done. So it was very, very hassle-free. Andre took pictures all the way through, so I've got a record of precisely what was done, but the whole thing was just made very, very easy for me. He was on the end of the phone, so if I had any queries during the 10 days, he was always available to speak to me. And similarly, if any issues came up here while I was away, he got straight in touch and asked me what I would like to do. So all very, very hassle-free. I was absolutely delighted with the finished result when I came back. And the house not only looks fantastic, but it feels very, very different inside. It's the middle of summer now, so I've yet to experience a winter in the house, but it already has a much cosier feel about it.